How do you build a personal brand if you don't feel like you've done anything yet, or you've not done the thing that you want to be known for? This is something I get asked constantly, and I wanted to break down like how I have built my brand alongside building my business, and like figuring out honestly what I even wanted to be known for and the work that I wanted to do. And I think that is literally the best approach for anyone. So I would say sometime early 2025, so a little over a year ago, I knew like the thing standing between me and like where I wanted to go was having a platform, like having people that knew me, knew kind of what I cared about, had like some content to look to understand all of these things. And at the time, I didn't necessarily have these dream clients on my roster or like proof that what I had in my head would work. But basically, all I started doing was building in public. And I talk about this all the time, but it really is so amazing the things that can happen just from building in public. And so the way that I kind of thought about this from the early days is just to share things that I'm interested by, like things that I'm learning, experiments that I'm running in my business, and just approaching it all with like a very curious mindset. And one analogy that I really like is this idea of you can either be a spotlight or a lighthouse when it comes to posting on social media. So if you think about like traditional influencers or people that are like really putting themselves out there, they might be acting as more of a lighthouse, which is like, look at me, here's what I have to say, here's why you should pay attention to me. And again, I don't like fault that model. Like I think it's very valid. It works. Like there's room for that. But I think there are plenty of people that see that and say, well, I don't want that. You know what I mean? Like I want to build my platform, but I don't want like all this attention on me. And so to that end, I say, okay, how can you become a spotlight to the things the things you love, the things you're interested by, and talk about those things. And so, you see it here on TikTok of people like talking about, oh, I read this awesome article this week, or like, oh, I curated my favorite shopping finds. For me, I just started talking about the people building cool creator businesses that were interesting to me. And again, I didn't have necessarily any street cred as someone that had built one of these businesses. But my brand became like the person that talks about other people and how they're building, and like curating that information and those tips to now where people are coming to me for that kind of expertise, which is really cool. So anyways, your personal brand is allowed to evolve and change and, grow alongside you. And all you really have to do is just start talking about the things you love, the work you're